Hi children, I am Pramod, teacher English, JRB Mysuru. The lesson Glimpses of India has three parts. One is Baker from Goa, second is Coorg, and the third one is attire from Assam. Already we have seen the Baker from Goa. Now today we are going to the next part of that chapter, and that is Coorg. Coorg is the smallest district of Karnataka. It is a beautiful piece of land and it is a tourist destination in Karnataka. And Coorg is described as a land of rolling hills. Rolling hills, a series of long hills and a beautiful piece of land, and which is located midway between the coastal town of Mysore and Mangalore. And it is a beautiful land. Not only the land is beautiful, the people are also beautiful, and they are really, truly martial. And Coorg is inhabited by a race of proud martial men, beautiful women, and wild creatures. So, this lesson is giving us an insight into the landscape of Coorg, the people of Coorg, and the fauna and flora of Coorg. Yes. The 30% of Coorg is covered with evergreen rainforest, and Coorg is known for coffee plantations and spices. The smell of invigorating coffee and the sight of colonial bungalows tucked under the tree canopies attract the visitors. And the season of joy commences from September and continues till March. The fiercely independent people of Coorg are possibly of Greek or Arabic origin. The people of Coorg are fiercely independent. If we study, we can see a lot of difference between the people of other parts of India and the people of Coorg. Coorg people are fiercely independent, martial. So there are many stories about the origin of the people of Coorg. And there are two theories. One is about the Greek origin and the second one is about the Arabic origin. In the Greek origin, the story about the Greek origin is that a part of Alexander's army moved south along the coast and settled here when the return became impractical. You might have heard about Alexander the Great. He came up to India, and some soldiers of Alexander's army found it very difficult to go back. So they wanted to settle here itself. So they moved along the coast and reached here in Coorg and settled here in Coorg. And these soldiers married the locals, and the present generation are the children of the soldiers of Alexander. So their martial culture and their religious rites, the religious functions, they are different from the other Hindu mainstream. So we infer that this tradition they got from the Alexander's soldiers. And the second story about the Arabic is about the Arabic origin. The theory of Arab origin draws support from the long black coat worn by the Kodavas, the Koorgis. In the traditional dress of Koorgis, you can see the long black coat with an embroidered waistbelt. And this dress is known as kufiya, which resembles the kufiya, the long coat, black coat worn by the Kurds and Arabs. So there is a similarity between this kufiya and kufiya worn by the Arabs and Coorgs. So we think that they are possibly of Arabic origin. And the Coorgi homes have a tradition of hospitality, and they have numerous tales of valor related to their sons and fathers. If you go to a Coorgi home, you can feel the warmth of their hospitality. Highly hospitable people, they welcome you, they treat you very well. And they have numerous tales of valor. Every family, almost every family has the stories, the stories of courage about their fathers and grandfathers. And the Coorg regiment is one of the well decorated with medals and ribbons of achievements in Indian Army. And the first chief of the Indian Army, General Kariyappa, was a Coorgi. And the river Kaveri, a well-known river in South India, and people worship it as a holy river, and it originates in Coorg. The river Kaveri rises at Talakaveri on the Brahmagiri range in the Western Ghats, Kodava district of the state of Karnataka. The Kaveri is a sacred river to the people of South India and is worshipped as the goddess Kaverama. It nourishes to all the needs of the birds, animals and human beings of Coorg. The river Kaveri gives everything to the people of Coorg and to the animals and plants of Coorg. It is contributing in plenty to Coorg. So if you travel through the Coorg, you can see the animals, the birds, and even the human beings enjoy the waters of Kaveri. And Coorg is a land of adventurous sports. Coorg can convert even a most laid-back individual to a person of high energy adventure. Coorg is a land of high adventurous sports. Even a most laid-back individual, the individual who is very calm and quiet, even such an individual will be converted to a man of high adventurous life, will be converted with the sports and activities like river rafting, canoeing, rappelling, climbing down the mountains, rock climbing and mountain biking. These are some of the adventurous sports offered by Coorg. And in your journey through Coorg, you will have bees, butterflies and birds to give you company. And on the tree canopies, maggots, Malabar squirrels, langurs, snakes will keep you a watchful company. These are some of the animals you can see in Coorg. These animals will give you company in your journey through Coorg. And of course, wild elephants are there. Let us be careful about those wild elephants. Let us move away, step away from the wild elephants. And if you climb to the Brahmagiri hills, you can have a panoramic view of the entire misty landscape of Coorg. The beautiful Coorg, the sight of the beautiful Coorg unfolds before you when you climb to the Brahmagiri hills and have a look. The entire misty landscape of Coorg will open before you. And another bonus of your journey to Coorg is Nisargatama, the beautiful island. And the next one is Bailakuppe, the largest Buddhist settlement. Here you can see the monks in the traditional dress. And these are some of the things offered by Coorg to a traveler who is in search of the heart and soul of India. So, you visit Coorg when you have an opportunity. It will never disappoint you. It is a heaven that must have fallen from the kingdom of gods.
Served as a professor in English for many years at JB College, Jorhat. His published works, The Adventure Stories and Brahmaputra, have been translated into many foreign languages. Introduction. The lesson is about two friends, Pranjal and Rajveer, who are traveling to Pranjal's hometown, Assam, for the summer vacation. Assam is known as a tea country. It has the largest concentration of plantations in the world. During their journey, they discuss about the various legends that are known to have discovered tea. The story tells us about the popularity of tea as a beverage. Here is the summary. The scene is set on a train station where a tea vendor asks the two friends if they would like to buy tea, some freshly made hot tea. They decide to have 2 cups of tea, joining almost everyone else in their compartment. With this, Pranjal highlights the fact that almost 80 crore cups of tea are consumed every day throughout the world, while Rajveer remains surprised on listening to it. Indeed, as soon as tea is a popular beverage all over the world, Pranjal got engaged in reading his detective book. Both the friends were huge fans of detective books, but Rajveer chose to look at the scenic beauty at the moment. There was greenery all around, something Rajveer had never seen before. After the green paddy fields came tea plantations. As far as he was able to look, only tea bushes were visible, so much so that the narrator compared it to a sea of tea bushes. In the background, there were hills with dense forests. In between the tea plantations, there were orderly rows of tall and strong trees that were moving because of the wind. It was an amazing view. As the train was moving, next Rajveer saw an ugly looking building with smoke coming out of it. It was a tea garden. Rajveer got excited, but Pranjal, who had seen all of it during his childhood, didn't match up to his friend's level of enthusiasm. Pranjal tells him that they have entered Assam, which is known as the tea country. The state has the maximum number of tea plantations in the world. Before visiting the tea country, Rajveer read a lot about tea and how it was discovered. There were numerous theories, and one of which was about a Chinese emperor who had a habit of drinking boiling water. Once upon a time, when he was boiling water, a few leaves fell into it and it tasted delicious. It is said that those leaves were tea leaves. On being asked by Pranjal, Rajveer told another story about an Indian legend named Bodhidharma. Bodhidharma was a Buddhist monk who had cut his eyelids because he used to feel sleepy while meditating. Eventually, tea plants grew out of his eyelids, which, upon consuming after boiling with water, helped in getting rid of sleep. Further, Rajveer highlighted a few facts that stated that tea dates back to 2700 BC and was first consumed in China. All such words such as chai and chini have originated from Chinese language. Tea was introduced to Europe quite late in the 16th century, where it was considered to have medicinal properties. The train had stopped and the boys reached their destination, where they gathered their luggage and deboarded the train, only to find a platform that was too crowded. Pranjal's parents had come to receive them. After almost an hour, they reached Dekiabari, Pranjal's tea garden, after taking a turn and making their way through a cattle bridge. The tea garden was stretched upon a vast area of land. All the bushes were cut to the same height and they had been taken care of. On the fields, Tea pluckers were seen wearing an apron and carrying the bamboo baskets in order to pluck the freshly sprouted leaves. On their way to the fields, Pranjal's father gave way to a tractor that was loaded with tea leaves. On seeing this, Rajveer flaunts his knowledge by mentioning that this is the second sprouting period of the year that lasts from May to July and gives excellent yield. Pranjal's father, who seems impressed, replied that he seems to have done a lot of research before coming. Pranjal, who was excited about
Questions
learning
and
more
answers.
about the
Question
amazing
number one.
beverage,
Who were
shows his
Pranjal and
intention for the
Rajveer?
same. Where were they going? Answer. Pranjal and Rajveer were friends. Pranjal belonged to Assam. He was studying in a school in Delhi. Rajveer was his classmate. Pranjal's father was the manager of a tea garden in Upper Assam. Pranjal invited Rajveer to visit his home during the summer vacation. Both of them travelled to Assam on a train. Question number 2. Describe the Chinese legend regarding the discovery of tea leaves. Answer. There is a Chinese legend regarding the discovery of tea leaves. One Chinese emperor always boiled water before drinking it. One day, a few leaves of the burning twigs under the pot fell into the water. The result was wonderful. The water gave a delicious flavor. Those leaves that gave the water a delicious flavor were tea leaves. Question number 3. What is the Indian legend regarding the discovery of tea? Answer. We have an Indian legend regarding the discovery of tea. Bodhidharma, an ancient Buddhist ascetic, cut off his eyelids because he felt sleepy during meditations. It is said that tea plants grew out of the eyelids. The leaves of those plants, when put in hot water and drunk, banished sleep.